And we're back with another incredible guest in the studio.
We are here with Ashley Paulson.
Hey guys, I can't talk very well.
Cocodona.
My voice is struggling a little bit, but thank you so much for having me here. I'm excited.
Thanks for coming on. And you finished 9th place female. Is that correct?
I have no idea. I have not even looked. I'm just so excited to get one foot in front of the other.
Finish time of 91:20.
Okay.
And this is your first 200 miler. Is that correct?
Yes.
So tell us what inspired you to sign up for it, and then we'll kind of dive into your experience out there.
Okay. Well, okay, I've done a few of the races put on by you guys, and they're spectacular. But it was kind of planted in my head maybe 2 years ago as I was training for Badwater. And they're like, oh my gosh, you should try like a 250. And I'm like, okay, let's attack Badwater first. And then last year I was like actually toying with the idea of doing it right before Badwater, just because I'm like, why not? It's a new challenge and I love new challenges. But I figured to focus on Badwater and make that my A race. And so I knew I was going to come back this year. So it's been on my radar for a while. And so I was excited. It worked out, the timing, and I loved like that it's closer to my home. I live in St. George. So yeah, there was a lot of reasons, but nothing like big, like bam, you're going to be doing 250. But bam, we did it.
You did it. And I got to talk to Ben Light, who I know is crewing you out there. He gave me some fun stories, so I'm
oh no. This could be interesting.
There was some footage on the live stream of you hanging out in a river crossing with a bloody nose, and you're just like so happy. So like tell me, like, how did you manage to stay so happy during this race? And were there times where that smile turned down a little, or were you always smiling?
Well, I'm sure it wasn't always smiling, but if there was people around at all, or anytime I'd look up, I try to like keep that smile on, because it does trick my brain. Like, okay, it can be so bad if I'm smiling, and so that's one thing that I try to do at every race is keep that smile and that positive attitude, because if we're out there like just everyone's hurting, it's not just me. We're all hurting in one way or another, having different like pains and demons that we're battling, but we all decided to do this. We all chose this pain to go through, and if you're not having fun with it, then what's the point? So I did have quite a few bloody noses out there, but dry weather, and then I hit myself. I fell, and actually as I was going down, it was on an uphill too. Oh my gosh. and then my pole jacked like my nose. I thought I broke it, but I think she's good. Anyway, so now it just looks like I have a constant bloody nose. But yeah, it's just like keep that positive mindset, even if things aren't going your way, which a lot of things didn't go my way, or the way that I planned, and had hoped and trained. So, but just being grateful for the opportunity that I can be where I was, even though it was a little slower and like a little different pains that I had never felt. So I'm all about the positive vibes for sure.
Yeah, we love it. It was so uplifting to see out there. And
thank you.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what your strategy was going into Cocodona 250.
Well, okay, strategy. That's a fun word, because I like to fly off the seat of my pants. I didn't write tons of things down like this is going to happen here. There's just like the gist, because I know that it's going to change a million times. So I could write it down and then be disappointed that one more thing didn't go right, or I could just have kind of a little outline. And the strategy was just to roll the punches, hope for the best, but know that I'm going to push through the worst as well. And so there's nothing like special about my strategy. Keep eating, and yeah, just knowing that at any point on that low, you're going to have that high again, and just be looking forward to that. Living off of that dream, that hope.
Yeah, what was the highest high?
Oh my gosh. Well, okay, I mean, this sounds so silly, but of course it's a finish line, but and I didn't think that was going to be it, because there's so many different experiences. But right before the race, I was interviewed, and somebody asked me, they're like, if you could see anybody out there on the course, who would it be? And okay, I'm gonna get emotional. And I just kind of laughed because I'm like, I've got 4 kids, and I'm like, they're rarely all there because I race a lot, and that's okay. But I'm like, it'd be so cool to have all of my family like somewhere, that would be a cool dream. And my husband lined it up that all 4 of my kids were at the finish line. It was just special. So, and then my little grandbaby that's on the way. So it's silly, but I turn the corner and I see the finish line and I'm so excited. And then I hear something about mama and I'm like, what is happening? And then I actually thought I was hallucinating because I'm like, my kids aren't here. And they had balloons and banners and stuff. And so it was really special. And I think it's important that they see like you pushing through those hard times. And anyway, so I know that sounds so cheesy, the finish line, but there was definitely a different reason for that finish line to be special.
Ashley, when is your grandbaby due?
Next month. Yes, I know. I'm going to put like a streak of gray in my hair. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so little grandma out there. And I was practicing the grandma shuffle a lot the last few days.
I think everyone gets some practice.
I know, right? I know
they
usually call it the Cocodona shuffle, but I'm calling it the grandma shuffle.
Speaking of your amazing pink hair, we have had some questions on how do you maintain that bright color?
It's natural.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, are you thinking this isn't real? No, it's actually, oddly enough, it's a shampoo.
No way.
Yeah, it's a shampoo. I've never dyed it. I have to bleach it. I bleach the roots, and then I just wash it with pink shampoo, and it keeps a little pop.
Wow.
Will you always be pink, or do you think you'll go a different color one day?
I don't think, I have some blue in there, but, like, pink is for me.
Pink's the color.
Yeah, so you'll see me in my grave, with pink hair.
You're going to have to add a new grandma emoji
with pink
hair.
Right?
Just for
I
you.
know.
Yeah.
I know. That would be great. I would love it.
Someone wanted to know what was your favorite part of the course? What was your favorite section?
Oh, gosh. Oh, this is so hard. Geez. There's so many. 250 miles. You want me to pick a favorite? And now my brain isn't even working. But I loved the river crossing. That part was like such a relief. And then knowing that I can go into something that's typically a strength right into a nice, beautiful climb. And I don't remember names, but that river was nice. I was able to sink in that river, feel good, get rejuvenated, and then knowing I was able to move and climb. It was gorgeous. What is that area called?
The Kasner climb, right after that.
Climb.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt good. Like, in those little moments that I felt good, I was like, okay, holding on to those.
Take advantage of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, while it lasts.
When we saw you in Sedona, we were talking on the live stream about crystals, and I think you were trying to tell us that you have, I don't know if this is true, a cavity that was filled with a crystal. Oh. Is that true?
No. Okay. I have a gem.
A gem.
On my tooth, just a tooth gem.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all. Because somebody asked about crystals, and I was like, what? But it's just a tooth gem. Yeah, so when I smile, it gives that extra little thing.
That's where the extra sparkles come in.
Yes. That's so funny. But hey, if they can fill cavities with a crystal, sign me up.
Yeah, find
Might
some
as well.
Sedona dentist to do that.
Yeah, anything that glitters, I'm all about. So.
Do you have a pre-race beauty ritual?
A beauty ritual. I did get fresh, got my hair fresh for it, even though I knew it was going to be covered. It helps me feel just like, okay, this is my power. Like, and then I always keep my lashes on, and they stayed on the whole time.
That's incredible.
Just little glue-ons. But hey, that's good. So I like my lashes and my pink hair, nice and bright.
I love that.
I know that's my little. I'm silly. I'm like, if I feel like myself, I feel like I'm gonna raise better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've talked to many men and women who love to have fresh nails painted for races, or the tan or whatever, and so, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't do my nails or even my toenails. Actually, they've got paint on them, but I was like, I thought about it, but I've been traveling the last month, and so I got home and then left the next day, so I didn't have time for it a lot. But as long as the hair was done and the lashes, that's good.
Ready to rock.
Right, let's go. The pink power.
Someone else is asking if you would do it again, and I think I already know the answer to this one.
What do you think?
I think I'm going to go with a yes.
I want to scream it, but my voice won't let me. But even while I was out there, I was like, so next time. And my pacer was like, wow, you're already thinking next time. Usually it takes like a week. I'm like, no, like I knew this was going to be hard. I knew I was going to get hurt, and it wasn't just going to be this, like, you know, like, because some races go really well, and you're just on a high the whole time, and those are amazing. But those lows, I think, is what builds us. And so, yeah, I'll be back.
Awesome. Yay.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have any plans to share your race report? Where can people learn more about all the juicy details?
The juicy details. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be a long one. I'll have to break it up, I'm sure. But I'll do some on my Instagram, and then some on just like my newsletter that I send out, like that, you know, just from my website. So I'm not very good at keeping up on, but for this one, I'm going to be sending out some newsletters and stuff for that one, so they can definitely get on that newsletter to get the more details. Instagram just kind of gives highlights.
Can you tell people where they can find where your website is? What's your website? What's your Instagram handle so people can follow you?
Yeah, it's ashkickin.com. And then my Instagram is ashkickin, but no I. So just ASHKICKN. And so that newsletter will have quite a bit of juicy details. The good and the bad. Lots of ugly.
Awesome. Not without picture. Nothing's ugly.
And a tooth gem. I mean, how can things get ugly? But look at, I remember when they actually captured a picture of Matt showing me a picture, or like showing me a camera of how I looked, and I just was like, oh my gosh, my eyes were puffy, my face and my nose. It was hilarious. So yeah, but that's why we do it, not just for a beauty pageant, but who can look the worst.
No. Oh, I can't wait to see your finished picture, though. I bet it's still gorgeous.
I don't know. I was like the ugly cry when I saw my kids. I actually stopped, like, before the finish line. My pacer was like, you need to keep going. You need to get there. Ugly cry.
Do you think your kids will be inspired to get into this fun long-distance running game?
You know, I don't know. Like, they've always told me they didn't want to do that stuff. As long as they find their passion and they go all in. But I have had one of my daughters run a marathon with me, and she had told me she never would. So you just never know. You never say never with that. And so that was a special thing, having one of my daughters, like, and I stayed right by her side the whole time. And so I'm sure they were going to come out and pace me for Badwater. So I think just little tastes. And if they don't, that's okay. I'm really okay with that. I think it'd be fun. But they have their own little things that they love and they just dive into, and I think that's great.
Yeah, that is important. Amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I could probably just chat with you about random like fun life things forever, but I know we gotta keep rolling.
I know.
Gotta let you get to your family that's only in town for just a brief bit.
Yes,
thank you
for get them all,
for taking your time to come in. We appreciate having you.
Of course,
on.
thank you for having me. You guys were amazing, and this whole event was great. And cheering for all those athletes that are still out there, and congratulations to everyone that's finished. And you know, if maybe it was a DNF or maybe like all the things, but you guys, you're a rock star. Keep on showing up, towing that line, and just doing hard things.
Yeah, I'm going to go to that finish line and probably cry because it's just so emotional watching others come in.
Yeah.
So good.
There's always good stories involved with their emotions.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you, guys.